Yo guys! It's Frio11Craft here, and today we're going to be reviewing SEKWAHS Naruto mod. Reviewing/spotlighting. And as you can see, I've got everything already ready. And we're gonna have a bit of fun while doing this. So to start off and just to get into the mod, we're probably gonna wanna look at the options that we already have from the beginning. Press O on your keyboard, and this menu appears. Within the Naruto options menu, we get a few options right off the bat. The first person option is currently not available in the version of Minecraft 1.7.10, the newest version, that this mod is available for. In the mod, we now have dodges which enable you to hop from side to side to dodge opponents' attacks. By default this is on, but you can turn it off if you don't want them. I always keep mine on though. And this part here is about the arms on the model. If you notice right now, whenever I walk or shift, there's kind of holes in my legs and it doesn't look all that nice, but it's better for computers that are slower. If I change this to on, you'll see that all the bends are now smooth and look really cool. Dun, 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 Moving on to page 2, we now have the Chakra Gui. The Chakra Gui is this little thing down here, and we can change the color of it, the brightness of it, and the design of it. So, say, for my Naruto roleplay series, I always have mine on red. So I normally find a nice bright red color, I change the brightness to about what I want, which is a little bit darker than normal, and then I change the bar design to whatever bar I want. By default though, I always go by the Katana, but you can have Kubikiri Bocho, a Kunai, a lamp, something else, and a scroll. And of course this. Moving on to page 3, you can also do the Jutsu settings. The delay tick for the default Jutsu, by which I mean how fast it reacts to when you're pressing buttons, is 10 ticks. 10 ticks meaning between you pressing the first button and the second button, it'll wait 10 to feel the next tick. If you want though, you can shorten it if you want to type really fast. But warning, if you don't type fast enough, your Jutsu will end and you will be in trouble. Moving on, before we move on to any sort of ninjutsu or any genjutsu or taijutsu, we first need our ninja tools. To start off, we're going to start with the first ninja tool that I built in the mod, which is the kunai. To craft the kunai, you simply need one stick and one iron to get kunai. Boop, 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 boop. And you get 8 per stick and iron. Holy crap, that is a lot of kunai! And of course, to show off how the kunai work, I have a practice range and a sheep. How available. Simply right click to throw the kunai, and you'll be able to throw it just nicely. The kunai works a little bit different than arrows, considering they go much further and curve a lot less when thrown. However, if kunai aren't your style, maybe you'd like the shuriken within the mod. To craft the shuriken, you simply need 1 iron and 4 gravel. Just like this, and you get 16 per iron and 4 gravel. Of course, you throw them exactly like you do the kunai. As you can see, I've been working on my aim. However, if you think that's not destructive enough already, of course we have paper bombs. Paper bombs are a necessity for ninja that want to set traps. All you need is 6 gunpowder and 3 paper. And you craft it like so. Now, when you place the paper bomb, at first you are going to see it, and it's got this lovely little texture. But after a few seconds, the paper bomb becomes that transparent that it's barely visible. This is really good for setting traps, because a ninja has to move fast, and they don't have time to look at everything normally. So if they're not observant enough, say I'm just walking around, I'm not being observant, boom. There is a little bit of a delay, but it should get your enemies pretty well. However, if you think that the paper bomb just isn't enough on its own, of course we have explosive kunai, which is taking a paper bomb and a kunai and wrapping the paper bomb around the kunai, like so. And with these little babies, of course, you throw, after a bit of delay, it will explode and make a lovely, lovely hole. and also rip apart your enemies. But so far we've only talked about traps and long range attacks. What about if we want a short range attack, hey 311? Well, that's what the boken is for. Boken? Bokon? Boken? To make the boken, you use sticks, all in a row like this. And basically it is a very weak sword, but it does give you 3+ attack damage, so I do recommend making it if you're practicing with someone using swords. But if you're aiming to actually hurt somebody, you have the katana. The katana is made up of iron and a stick. 2 iron, 1 stick. Like so. The katana does 6+ attack damage, so it is rather good. It's about the strength of an iron sword, so you're going to enjoy that. But there's much more you can do with this katana, so stay tuned. I mentioned that you can do other stuff with the katana, and that's where this comes in, the leather straps. The leather straps work by going around the player and supporting whatever object the player needs. So to make them, you simply grab some leather, you put it in these positions, like so, to get a leather strap. But 311, what can you do with the leather straps? Well, you can take the boken, for example, and combine it with the leather straps to give yourself a sheathed boken. Like so. And with this, you can go onto your player model and put it right on the back. Now, with this, you are going to have to craft another boken, but if you look on my back, whenever I take the boken out, it goes off my back and into my hand. That's a pretty neat asset. Please note, you can also do the same with the katana to make a sheathed katana that you can also take off your back. Moving on in the mod, next we have the gun bind. Now I know what you're thinking, ooh, I get to reflect everything. But unfortunately, when you make this, you need 3 sticks, and 4 wool. Seems a little cheap, right? That's because it's a cheap knockoff. You thought you'd get the real one. Nope, just a cheap imitation that gives knockback 2. Next up on the long range weapons, we also have Senbon. Senbon are these little thin iron sticks that you throw at your enemies to stick them in. Normally poison will be laced on the end if you want to really hurt your opponent. Just 2 iron will give you 32 Senbon, so it is a good trade up, but they only do 1 attack damage, whereas a kunai will do 4. Once you're done mastering all of those weapons, and you can use them to the best of your ability, you might be able to become a jonin. And what do jonin need? Of course, they need a flak jacket. Now to start off making the flak jacket, of course we're going to need some fabric, you know, we need the jacket to be real nice and comfortable. So to make this we need 6 wool placed like so, to make fabric. Once we've made the fabric, we are going to need some iron, and we are going to need some cacti dye. And you place the iron and cacti like so, along with the fabric, to make reinforced green fabric. Ooh. Once you have 8 of this fabric, you are able to craft some like so to make a flak jacket. And of course you can wear the flak jacket, which looks very nice on the player. I will admit, this is one of my favorite items. Moving on to the last of the craftable items in the mod, we have a summoning scroll for a wolf. This is the only summoning scroll in the mod currently, but I am assure you SEKWAHS probably going to make others. To make it, simply put a bone in the middle, paper all around, and boom, you have a summoning scroll, which we are going to be using later. Moving on to some more decorative materials, these actually have no function. These are just scrolls that you can wear on the back of your player, much like the sheathed katana. To craft them, you do need the leather straps, you need paper and sticks. And then you place on your back, like so, to look real cool. Next up we have the gourd, one of them, which you need leather straps, and a form of sandstone. It doesn't matter what form, it takes all forms. You simply craft it like so, and then you put it on your back. If you want to look like Gara of the Sand for a day. Unfortunately, it has no use and does not contain sand. Each sand sold separately. Next up we have something that all ninja need to eat. Some noodles. And you make this using 3 wheat, like so, to make noodles. Once you've got your noodles, of course, you get 6 of them, put it in a bowl to make some ramen. Naruto would be pleased. And don't worry, since this is Minecraft, you can eat as much as you want. Until your hunger bar fills up. But that's it for the craftable items of the mod. Now we're moving on to the uncraftable items that you can get from Creative. This is a headband. This is what normally Genin will get as soon as they pass their Genin exam. Boop, just plop it on your player's head, and look, I'm from the Hidden Leaf, guys! And you can wear it with your Flak Jacket to look real cool like a Gajonin from the Leaf. Next up, for those of you ninja who are higher up and above the normal Jonin level, we have the Anbu Mask, specifically the red one, which you wear like this to cover your identity. Ooh, scary. For those of you even above that are around my level, Kage, I doubt you're around my level though, you get Madara's leggings. They look real cool, don't they? And next up, an item that I probably should have showed earlier, but it does not have a crafting recipe, are the military food pills. These pills are used in Naruto for stuff like restoring blood and for eating while on a mission. Because you know, ninjas can't carry ramen everywhere in Naruto. Sometimes you're going to have to eat the pills. While out on a mission through a forest, you'd be eating these pills to keep alive, and it's good for storage. Also, these pills do boost your chakra. Next up, for some lovely decorative items, we have the bonsai tree. Aww. It's so lovely. You can actually place this in any way you want. It works in 8 directions. And it looks absolutely lovely. It's just a decorative item. It has no crafting recipe as of yet, but I seriously suggest if you have this mod, go into creative, grab one, and place it down somewhere. And next we also have a lovely Sakura Tree. Absolutely lovely. You can see the leaf petals kind of flow down from the tree, and you're gonna get saplings, and this spawns out in the world, so don't worry, you'll be able to plant them all around your ninja home. And the last 2 uncraftable items that I forgot to mention earlier are Kubikeri Bocho and Samahada, the 2 swords of 2 of the 7 legendary swordsmen. Samahada does 8 damage while Kubikeri Bocho does 9. Kubikeri Bocho does not refill with the blood of your enemies though, as of yet. And Samahada does not steal chakra as of yet. And that is it for the items, guys. That is it. Now we're moving on to some stamina training. So we have a hole here, this nice little hole. It's a 5x5 hole, and if you run and jump, you can't make it, you fall into a pit, and you die. But we're ninjas! Surely there's something we can do that can stop us from dying. You are correct, my sir. You can use up your stamina while jumping to perform a double jump. Simply jump again while in the air to perform the double jump. This is real good for making your way around terrain, as is the next stamina usage. The next stamina usage is pressing the X button to leap. Of course, there are different versions of the leap that you can do. For instance, if I look straight forward, I will only leap as much as I need to straight forward. If I look straight up, I will jump very high up. And depending on where you look, depends on how high your leap will go. And of course, because this is SEKWAHS we're talking about here, his mod comes with these neat animations such as the bendy arms that I showed off earlier. And also when you leap, this is what it looks like. Yes, you actually leap like a freaking ninja. And it looks awesome. Moving on from the leap, what we want now is something that we can use practical in battle. Well, we can already leap forwards, so why not leap sideways? That's right, you can leap sideways to dodge and evade attacks. Simply double tap the D and A key to jump side to side to evade attacks. Note that you can also double tap the S key to dodge backwards from attacks. So using those in battle are really helpful for you to dodge attacks and get closer to your opponent. While we're talking about animations, I might as well mention that your running has now changed since you are now a ninja. You are able to run like a ninja. Head forward, arms back, full on Naruto ninja. This is awesome. And then you can use your leap to jump. That is it as far as stamina usage goes. Now for the thing that everyone's been waiting for. Yes, your chakra usage, your Genjutsu, your Taijutsu, and your Ninjutsu. To start off, I think it's best to say that the mod currently does not contain any Genjutsu or Taijutsu, besides the stamina stuff. However, if ninjutsu is what you are looking for, you have come to expect right. The first thing that I want you to do is press J on your keyboard and you will find that this menu comes up, a Jutsu skill tree. Currently there is no level up system in the mod, so you do not have to work to earn these. We are given a number of jutsu straight away which are really useful. We're going to start off with this one, Chakra Dash. Or no, we should start off with Chakra Control. To control your chakra and recharge your chakra, you are going to need to hold the C button on your keyboard. And yes, my chakra is red because I made the GUI red. So I want to increase my ninja speed. How do I do that? Well, I simply press V and that concentrates my chakra into my muscles, allowing me to run much faster than before. Just note that this does use up both chakra and stamina. Next up we have water walking. Of course. What would Naruto be if we couldn't walk on water? We would just splash about. Simply press the B button and you can now walk on water. How cool is that? You can also jump on water, you can double jump on water, and you can of course attack on water. Please note that this does use up chakra as you go along, so I would not suggest spending all day on water. Remember to recharge your chakra after you use it. Next up on the jutsu list, let's start with the Substitution Jutsu, a very, very useful jutsu to learn because dodging an attack is more important than landing an attack. Trust me. Simply press C and V in rapid succession like so, and you will immediately appear in another spot with a clone of you going out and then turning into a log. This can be used in many situations and it is random where you appear each and every time you use it. So if I use it again, I appeared here this time. Just note that your clone wears the same things as you as well. Next up on the jutsu list, we're going to go for the Shadow Clone Jutsu. One of my absolute favorite ones in all of Naruto. CBBV is the jutsu combo that you need to learn for this one, and you will need to learn it fast. Simply press CBBV to create a shadow clone of yourself. And yes, they will have all the same items that you have. So if you have a sword, they have a sword. Press it multiple times, and you get more shadow clones. Note that these shadow clones will, however, disappear after a little while, and they can only take one hit, unless they are wearing very strong armor, in which case they can take multiple. But they will disappear just like that. Oh, and with these swords, they're not just decoration, they can attack with the power of that sword. Next up, we're getting into some elemental ninjutsu. So, we're going to start off with a fireball. So to perform the fireball jutsu, it is CVC. Boom. How lovely is that? The explosion of particles around it does mean that your opponent will catch on fire if they are near the fireball when it goes off as well. How cool is that? It also sets the ground on fire whenever you do it. So be careful if you have any type of wood around you. Now the fireball jutsu is really neat and all, but what if you're not a fire style user, you're a water style user? Well, there is a water jutsu as well. This one is called the water bullet and it is CBV. CBV, and you will shoot out 3 water bullets, and yes, there is an animation for each jutsu. CBV, oh, that is the wrong combo. CBV, and you will see that water bullets come directly from the player's mouth. Now, another cool feature that I was around while SEKWAHS was programming it was this. The water bullet will, in fact, put out any fire around it in a 3x3 block. I was hitting this block, so all the fire around it was put out. If I do it again over here, it will, of course, put out that fire. Very useful for people who put fires everywhere. You can make a fire brigade out of this. And that is all the jutsu that we have to learn in the mod. Of course, there is no Genjutsu, there is no Taijutsu other than the stamina stuff, but you do have that ninjutsu to use, and I seriously suggest using it as often as you can in a fight. Oh, did I forget to mention something? Something on my face? Oh, these are Sharingan. Okay. So I've known SEKWAHS, the creator of this mod, for a long time, and during my time making my roleplay series for the mod, he decided to actually give me this asset to further accentuate that I do have the Sharingan. So as such, he gave me Sharingan eyes, and now they are stuck to me. They're not currently publicly available, but in the future when he sorted out the clan system, if you are a Uchiha, you will get these eyes. And just note, if you watch my roleplay series, stuff like the God Gate and Mangekyo Sharingan are also not publicly available. And just one last thing I think I'd mention about this mod is it looks beautiful in shaders. Like all the items, everything, it just looks absolutely beautiful, especially the Sharingan. It glows in the dark. Let me just time set night, and boom, we have glow in the dark eyes. How cool is that? Please also note that when you perform jutsu such as the Fireball Jutsu, it will glow. And that's it for my review of SEKWAHS Naruto mod. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you will watch my roleplay. My roleplay will be in the description and to the side now. Boop. And if you want to download the mod will be in the description. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all with my eyes next time. Bye bye! Say hey, subscribe today, let's play the 311 way.